What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, The Art of Dating. I'm your host, Yashika Foster, affectionately known as the Artist of Dating. If this is your first time joining me on this station, be sure to like and subscribe and share my content so that other people can get the information that I'm putting out. So, let's get started. Today's video, we are talking about the biggest obstacle that divorced women face when dating, right? Specifically, divorced women. Why do I choose women? Because as the artist of dating, I empower successful women to date through self-discovery while finding the love of their life with the tools to balance it all, right? So my focus is on women. Now, can men get something from this? Absolutely. In fact, I encourage you, if you are a man, to actually listen to my channel because a lot of the information that I am putting out is for women, but men can definitely take notes from it as well. So, to this video, what are some of the obstacles that divorced women face the most when dating? I'm going to go through a list that I think is my top three, although there's more, but I'm going to do the three that I think that is stopping many women from dating. Number one, when it comes to a divorced woman and she's attempting to date, one of the things that I would suggest for her to do is to reset her mindset. And exactly what does that mean? Reset your mindset. When we think about marriage, right? Because we're talking to divorced women. When we're talking about marriage, depending on how long you've been married, you are so in tune with another person until you start to do things even without that person even, needing you to do it because you're kind of like on this wavelength, right? With this person, you start to share each other's thoughts, you start to complete each other's sentences, so on and so forth. You guys heard it before. Even some couples that's been married for a long time start to look alike after a while, right? And so when you are no longer married and you're out here dating, you have to reset your mind. And resetting your mind means you're no longer thinking about another person because now you're starting to get into, it's like you're starting over again, right? You're starting over from scratch because what your ex-husband may have done or what he or she may have liked, dependent, what he or she may have liked, that person that you're dating now may not like it. And then on top of that, as you go out into the dating world, sometimes we walk around like as if we are still married. I've been told that myself. I was told that I carry myself like a married woman, which means that I tend to look straightforward, eyes and head straightforward. I'm not looking around because when I was married, everything around me was off limits, right? I couldn't, I mean, I wasn't dead, but but for the most part, though, I was not engaging. I was not making eye contact with men. I wasn't doing anything that I felt would be that my husband would oppose of. You know what I mean? So when it comes to a divorced woman that's dating, resetting her mind means that now she starts to see the world, the whole world. She doesn't like keep her eyes and head straight forward. She's engaging, she's inviting, right? Her mannerism is different because the mannerism is tied into the brain. All that works together so that you can be open to the ideal of dating. And not only that, but resetting your mind also means that you're out of the mode of trying to be a wife. Now you need to try to be a friend or a girlfriend. I don't know if we use that word anymore when we're 40 or over 40, but you get the gist. You got to go from being somebody who was in a marriage to now someone who is single and dating. And so that means a whole reset of the way you see life, the way you go about doing things, and the way you carry yourself. So that would be my first one, is to just reset your mind, right? My second one would be is learning how to balance dating and life. Because let's be honest, a lot of times when women are divorced, the kids, if there are kids still under the age of 18, they typically go with the mother. I'm not saying all, I'm saying some. Some go with the mother. So because of that, now she has to balance dating and her personal life. So her personal life includes, working out, her spiritual journey, as well as the kids, right? So she has to learn to fit dating into that as well. So does that mean that she say, okay, once a month I'm going to go out on a date? Therefore, if I need a babysitter, if you have children, I need a babysitter, or through the week I'll meet someone for coffee. Maybe while the kids are in school, maybe I'll take my lunch break early from work, or whatever that means for you. So that means you have to learn to balance your life, because it won't be the first time you go out with somebody. It may take several dates with several different people before you find someone that you might want to go on a second or third date with. So you have to find the balance of when you can do those things, because it's not always as simple as just leaving a house. Now, if you are one of those people who do have children that are older, or you don't have children at all and you don't have to worry about babysitting, then you still have to learn how to balance work, anything else that you do in your life, and dating. Because again, dating usually is not a one hit wonder. In other words, you're not going to go out here and find that one person the first time and then from there you're going to get into a relationship. Typically it means that you may have to go out on several dates with several people. So for you, you have to fit that into your schedule, whatever your schedule looks like. But I will tell you this, as a mom who has a child under the age of 18, I have to balance it with my babysitters and what works for my schedule. So if I have some trips coming up, or if I have some things that I'm working on personal, then for me, I don't date at all at that time, because I feel that unless just phone conversations, right? But for the most part though, I'm not really planning dates if I have things going on. Now, I'll do phone conversations, I'll do FaceTime with people and things like that. But as far as leaving the house, I have to fit it into my schedule. And so anybody that I meet in that time frame, or anyone that I'm talking to, they have to understand that for now, this is my priority. And then when this is done, then I'll do it. Now, does that mean I'm not balancing? Absolutely, I'm balancing. What that means is that I'm setting a priority for myself so that I won't get myself caught up or waste anybody's time. Because if I'm not focused on dating or seeing that person or really, really getting to know people, then if I'm not focused on that, and because I'm too concerned about what I got going on in my life, it's not going to work anyway. So for me, I feel that for me to really be in the present, for me to really date with intentions, I have to make sure that I'm not in between traveling, and I have to make sure that there's not anything going on pressing in my life, or there's not anything going on with my kids. I have one son that just went off to college this last month. And so for me, I wanted to get that out the way before I did anything, because he was my priority. So again, learning how to balance life is something else that divorced women over 40, or divorced women, not necessarily over 40, but divorced women face when they're out here dating again. And then number 3, ensuring you don't carry resentment. And here's why I say that. Sometimes after a really bad breakup, and divorce is probably a really bad breakup, none doesn't mean that you and that person are at odds with each other, but still it's a bad breakup. Because now, if you were traditionally married, like in the same household, you shared things, you split things, the whole 9 yards, and then you go from that to being single, where it's just you, and you have to figure out all these things on yourself, on your own. Depending on how your marriage ended, you may have some type of resentment. So if that's the case, I would suggest that you get some healing done, you get some counseling, some coaching, some therapy, or take a spiritual journey, or whatever it is you need to do in order to recenter yourself, so that when you do go out here and you start dating again, you won't carry any resentment or any animosity for anybody, because you're blaming them for something that your ex did. Now, I'm not saying that this is all cases, but sometimes this can be the case, especially if it was a very, very bad breakup. And for some people, it takes them a while after a bad breakup to really get back out there again. And so for each individual person, that time will vary, right? Everybody's different. Everyone, does things at their own pace, at their own time. But I will tell you that no matter what, you have to keep moving forward. And if you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody that's created just for you, again, you have to remember that you may not meet that person on a first time. You may have to very well do several dates with different people until you get to the person that you feel is deserving of a second or a third date, right? The biggest obstacle divorced women face when dating is first, resetting of the mind. You have to reset your mind in the way that you approach dating. Number two, learning how to balance life and dating, because sometimes things can get a little hectic, right? Especially if you have small children. And then the last one is ensuring that you do not carry any resentment with you or animosity with you when you're out here dating, because no one should be responsible for something that someone else did to you, right? So I hope that this helps someone. And if this is your first time to my station, or again, I hope that this helps someone, this message helps someone. So this is your first time to my channel, The Art of Dating. Be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications, so when I post another video, you'll be sure to know that I posted. And if you like this video, enjoy, or you have a comment to make, don't forget to leave it down below. Follow me on IG at Coach Yashika, and also you can catch me over on Facebook at The Art of Dating. Thank you guys for joining me. Talk to you later. Bye.